tuning in to another episode, and we're going to be talking about the downfall of Dom Kennedy. Now, for some years now, I noticed a lot of people been saying like Dom Kennedy just can't get it together. He just can't get it back on track. And I'm going to have to agree with these people because I've always been a hardcore fan of Dom Kennedy ever since From the West Side with Love Volume 1. And it was such a refreshing sound because like from the West Coast, you wasn't used to hearing this type of artist at that time. You know, he's like almost considered like the West Side Mace almost to a certain degree because he had this real low-key voice, Playboy style, West Coast sunshine, beach flow music like you can just play and kick back at the barbecue. And recently, for like the last few years, I noticed like Dom's been trying to make like a little comeback, but the thing that's affecting me with Dom is that he just sounds so boring when he's recording music. Like he doesn't sound like any type of way that he's motivated to rap. He doesn't sound like he cares. He sounds like he's just rapping to be rapping, you know, and it hurts my soul, y'all. It hurts my soul because Dom Kennedy was like one of my favorite rappers for the longest. And I still listen to this guy to this day, but I only listen to his old material because it's like his new material has been very underwhelming to me in my personal opinion. Like I know the Half a Mil projects, the 3 mixtapes they dropped were pretty fire, and I really enjoy those mixtapes. And I believe that they should have just made the Half a Mil project, those 3 projects put together into one. Do something like The Weeknd or Her did. But they released all new material. And I remember listening to this album and I was not very motivated by it. Like the beats were good and everything, but the fact that Hit Boy was sounding more interested in the project than Dom Kennedy was kind of bothered me and rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know, it could be just me, but y'all let me know. So like, it feels like after maybe Come Home With Me, the Dom Kennedy just totally fell flat on his face because the Yellow album was when Dom hit his peak. No, Dom hit his peak. We was like, all right, he's here to stay, you know, because he was gradually making little mixtapes here. And, you know, it was like, okay, he's getting better and better. The Future Street projects, it was getting better and better. The OPM projects, he was just getting better and better. He had the crew coming up with him, J305, people like that. And then I was like, all right, man, Dom is making his wave. He's making his wave. Then the Yellow tape came out. He had some A-list rappers on his mixtape, you know, great producers on his mixtape. His flow, he sounded real motivated. And then he made the Get Home Safely album. And it was like, all right, Dom is hitting for the walls again. You know, he's hitting for the walls again. He's dropping 50 again on the team. You know, he's scoring double doubles on the team again. And then something right after that album, it just kind of went downhill. He released that By Dom Kennedy album, which was kind of mediocre, and was like, all right, Dom's starting to get back into that habit of not sounding kind of motivated. And then he released, I remember I was super psyched from Los Angeles Is Not For Sale album, and he just hit straight flat on his fucking face. It was so sad to listen to that album. Like, the beats were boring. He sounded real dull. He sounded like he was laying down on his bed recording every single track on his album. It was just totally trash. It was totally trash. And then Dom Kennedy just couldn't ever come back from that. Like with the Half a Mil project, like he had a chance to come back, but he still sounded the same. He sounded the same with just better beats from Hit Boy. And then he released Volume 2. I know that broke Twitter like all day because like it was just a surprise mixtape. And Volume 2 was good. It showed a little bit more effort from Dom Kennedy, what I was looking for. But the thing is, his voice and flow sound exactly the same. Like he sounded so boring to rap. Like he did not sound motivated. You know what I'm saying? Prodigy from Mobb Deep went through this same thing towards the end of his career. R.I.P. Prodigy. But like these rappers, like I don't know what it is. Like they just cannot sound motivated, and it hurts my soul, man, because like Dom Kennedy had so much potential from the era that he came out in, like with that blog rap era, like when Mac Miller was coming out, Casey Veggies, Currency, Wiz Khalifa, I know it's a lot of other names that I'm missing, but it was a lot of rappers. I think it was the last golden era that we had of hip hop was Dom Kennedy came out of that era, and he was a major part of it. And like now, just to hear his music is just sad. I'm not motivated to hear Dom Kennedy. He doesn't have. I miss that Playboy rap, Sunshine, Barbecue, California music, and like he just not delivering on that scale anymore. But let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know y'all personal opinions. Am I bugging, or are people out there feeling the same? Because like a lot of people I talk to, they kind of feel the same. Like Dom Kennedy is just not hitting anymore. His new album was good. Some people, I hear mixed reviews on it. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it, but they say it's better than his previous project. What about the $500,000 projects? Like, do people like that? I thought the mixtapes were really good, but the album kind of was a miss, in my personal opinion. Like I said, I think they should have just combined the three together and just made one project. But y'all let me know. Comment, subscribe to another hip hop podcast. And I'll check y'all out on the next video. Peace.